Breaking news, guys! The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be the best-selling console of 2025.
One question and one question only. Explosions!
Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the channel. I am 1Videogamedude. Today, we're going to touch on a topic that's been kind of taking up space in my brain, and it's none other than the price announcement that we just heard on the PS5 Pro being 700 buckaroos. When I heard that, I was like, this is insane. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought about the price announcement. Quite frankly, it was shocking to me. It was shocking because I'm thinking back at a simpler time. I'm thinking back at 2013 when the PS4 was out and it was $399 at launch. 3 years later, the PS4 Pro was announced at the very same price. By that time, the PS4 Slim was already out and it was down to $299. So it was a big shock to me, to be honest, to hear such a leap in price for the PS5 Pro. And you're probably thinking, well, 1Videogamedude, what do you expect? It's 2024. Yes, I understand that it's been more than 10 years, but I'm also thinking, as a gamer who primarily plays on console, I'm not used to seeing this much of a price difference for a mid-gen refresh. I'm gonna say the following with no ill will or malice intended for my fellow PC gamers. I love PC games, but primarily as a console gamer myself, it's always been cheaper and more affordable than building a PC and less complicated, to be quite honest with you guys. I personally don't have the time, energy, let alone monetary funds to keep up with the latest graphics cards or the latest fans or cool translucent towers. The problem that this announcement, though, going back to it, that it has now narrowed the gap between investing in a PC and a console. And it's a problem to me, I think, because it's making me do exactly what I wanted to avoid as a console gamer. I wanted to avoid an expensive investment. Even bigger problem that it has created is that there's now a precedent, primarily for the other major competitor to Sony, which is Microsoft. Talk about Nintendo in a little bit, and I feel that everything that we're talking about right now is going to be the reason why Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be the top selling console in 2025 and going forward for its life cycle. I don't know how many of you out there are old enough to remember this moment right here.
$299.
Nintendo is definitely going to have one of these moments when they announce the Nintendo Switch 2. Going back to what we were talking about with Sony's price announcement, Xbox gamers are going to be mightily surprised when they hear the next Xbox console announced as the same price as the PS4 Pro and also the PS6 being 700, because I've never in history seen a new gen console be more affordable than a mid-gen console refresh. In fact, I might be wrong. I might not be thinking clearly, and let me know if I'm not. I do believe this is the most expensive home console I've ever seen in my life. This $700 price range is not going to get lower. It's going to either stay the same or maybe even be more expensive. So let's get ready for that when Xbox and PlayStation announce their next systems, unless by some miracle of the gaming god Sony backtracks and slashes 100 bucks off the Pro. So where does that leave Nintendo and all these talks of a higher price for consoles? Well, I'll let you know where it leaves Nintendo, you guys. It leaves it at the top of the console gaming mountain. Switch 2 consoles are going to be sold out day one, and they're going to be the highest selling console of 2025. I know that take is going to catch some of you off guard, but your opinions are always going to be welcome here. So let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me or disagree. I know usually this discussion is going to lead down a path where we're going to start talking about specs and how good the graphics look on a system. And I'll tell you quite bluntly, Switch 2 isn't going to have the most powerful specs compared to Sony and Microsoft, nor do they have to, because what they will have is a new affordable console that will make their exclusive franchises look the best they've ever looked before. It remains to be seen, but I would not be surprised if third parties go hard on developing for the Nintendo Switch 2, given the extraordinary success that the Nintendo Switch has had. Also, the fact that the leaked specs that we've seen the last couple of days are showing that it's going to be on par with the power of a Steam Deck. But after the endless discussions we can have about a system's graphics, there is another very important aspect of this, and that is price. You guys, how much are gamers of all ages family sizes, and household incomes willing to spend on a console that's meant to provide entertainment. I see comments on social media on the regular saying if you can't afford to be a gamer, you should get a new hobby, and to that I say that's nonsense. Gamers should never stop being gamers just because they can't afford the latest console. Nintendo is providing the option to enjoy fantastic, fun, beautiful looking games at a reasonable price, and that's something Sony and Microsoft are obviously having a lot of trouble doing. Don't get me wrong, I love the graphics and power of the Series X and PS5. I regularly game on these consoles, and those are amazing systems, but I've never once played a Switch game where resolution or frame rate stopped me from having one heck of a fun time. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you'd like to join an awesome community of gamers, please sub to the channel and keep up with the latest Switch 2 talks and gaming in general. And until we see you next time, stay safe, stay awesome, you're cool. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a something, something? Na, na, 700. Jeez Louise. How many hamburgers and Happy Meals can I buy with that money? It's a lot of money.